Good day. I am Teacher Daisy and today we have a new topic. Our topic is all about light. What is light? A light is a form of energy. It travels in a straight line. Light waves travel in straight lines away from the light source until the waves hit something. This is why we can see straight beams of light coming from the flashlights, car headlights, and the lamps of the lighthouse in the picture. Unlike some other kinds of energy, light can travel through the vacuum of space. If it could not, the Earth would not receive the light from the sun. The electromagnetic spectrum is the term used by scientists to describe the entire range of light that exists. The visible light spectrum is the segment of the electromagnetic spectrum that the human eye can view. More simply, this range of wavelength is called visible light. Typically, the human eye can detect wavelengths from 380 to 700 nanometers. In the illustration, you can see the high frequency and the low frequency of the light. Next, you can see the electromagnetic spectrum of light. The right part is the ultraviolet light. The left part is the infrared light, and the middle part is the visible light. As the full spectrum of visible light travels through a prism, the wavelengths separate into the colors of the rainbow because each color is a different wavelength. Violet has the shortest wavelength at around 380 nanometers, and red has the strongest wavelength at around 700 nanometers. Question is, what happened to the light when it travels and hits or shines an object? When light hits an object, it is transmitted, absorbed, or reflected. Another question is, what is reflection and refraction? Reflection occurs when light bounces off objects. Refraction occurs when light bends. As to explain it more further, objects and materials interact with light. When light shines on an object, the object may absorb, reflect, or refract the light. The object's properties determine which of these events take place. Reflection occurs when light bounces off object. How much reflection depends on how even the surface is. If the surface is rough, the light scatters. If the surface is smooth and flat, the light will bounce off at equal angles. That is why a flat mirror reflects a good likeness of the object being reflected. Things that reflect light are like mirrors, the surface of smooth water, and the smooth, shiny surfaces. How much reflection depends on the surface, as like what I've said earlier. Next is refraction. A lens is a piece of transparent material. It is usually made of glass and has at least one curved surface. Notice how the object appears distorted, bent, or broken. Refraction is often referred to as the bending of light, where the two different materials touch. We most often see this property as light moves between air and water. The light is traveling at a certain speed, but when it makes contact with the water, the light waves are forced to slow down. This causes the object that the light is hitting, like a flower stem in water, to appear to be broken or bent. As you can see in the illustration, that is an example of a prism. But what is a prism? A prism is a tool that is used to bend light in different amounts. Prism bend different types of light in different amounts. Lights coming from the sun or from the light bulb carries many different colors of light. All of these colors together are known as the light spectrum. However, these colors can only be seen individually when they are separated from each other. Prisms separate the colors by bending them differently. When sunlight enters a prism, the entire spectrum of light is spread out in a rainbow-like pattern because some colors are bent more than others, as you can see in the example in the picture. White light is made up of many different colors of light, and a prism allows us to see this. Prisms are usually made of glass or crystal but can also be made of clear plastic. Question: what is transparent, translucent, and opaque materials? Different materials can have different interaction with light energy. Some materials reflect light, some change the direction of light through the refraction or diffusion. Other materials allow light to pass through. It is even possible for material to do or two or more of these things. Materials have the quality of being opaque, translucent, or transparent depending on how the materials interact with the light. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening and watching. Again, I am Teacher Daisy. Thank you and goodbye.